John Eastman defended his call for Vice President Mike Pence to delay the certification of electors in the 2020 presidential election, telling a California state bar court judge on Tuesday that he was constitutionally petitioning a government official to redress some pretty serious grievances. Eastman is accused of violating moral turpitude, ethics and state law governing attorney conduct for his memos to Trump campaign officials and statements that led to the Jan. 6 storming of the U.S. Capitol. He took stand again in the 7th week of trial. The state bar is calling for the former Chapman University law dean to be disbarred. Eastman, who was hired by the Trump campaign, said he was invited to a meeting at the White House on January 5, 2020. This was after he wrote 2 memos outlining possible scenarios in which voter rolls could be rejected, including unproven allegations of election abuse, and he said these notes were for internal discussion purposes only with several members of the team I work with. While Eastman was being questioned by his lawyer, Randall Miller, President Trump, Pence's general counsel, chief of staff, and Trump chief of staff Mark Meadows attended the meeting, which lasted 60 to 90 minutes. During meeting, Pence asks Eastman whether the vice president had authority to simply reject electoral votes. So I said, and this is etched in my mind almost word for word, Mr. Vice President, that's an open question. The problem was never resolved. But I think even if you had that power, it would be foolish to use it under those circumstances, Eastman said. Eastman said nearly 100 legislators had alleged and requested a short period of time to investigate whether those allegations of illegality affected the election outcome. I was urging him to take some action as president of the Senate. He said, the bar rested its case. Now defense makes case that Eastman's actions were legal and based on his scientific understanding of U.S. Constitution facts presented to him. Originally scheduled for 8 days, the hearing was extended to 24 days this week, with additional days possible for closing arguments. State Bar Court Judge Yvette Rowland said she could allow up to 21 days for post-trial briefing. The judge will issue his decision within 90 days in accordance with the rules procedure of the State Bar California. Eastman can appeal decision to the hearings chamber, which acts as court of appeals. The final decision on Eastman's law license rests with the California Supreme Court, which oversees attorney discipline and admissions. Character witnesses will still testify, including former Circuit Judge Janice Rogers Brown, who currently teaches at the University of California, Berkeley. Historical perspective. Eastman said he sensed from the White House meeting that Pence's advisor, Gregory F. Jacob, was exploring options with me, asking questions about the various positions I've advocated, trying to determine whether they